The drama of visually compelling volcano peaks, U-shaped canyons carved by glaciers, and blessed by a long history of ranching, with a touch of off-roading, of course, makes this, well, I don't even have words adequate to describe it. Hi, we're Mark and Paula. The Hubs is feeling better from his pinched nerve, and this will be the first off-roading we've done in quite a while. We're taking a scenic loop starting in the quaint town of Ridgway, Colorado, beginning on the San Juan Scenic Byway to the bustling mountain town of Telluride. But rather than take the highway the entire distance, we're going to make a loop and include Last Dollar Road, an off-road trail to capture some spectacular views. Ridgway is a beautiful little town, well worth a visit. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. The San Juan mountain range, part of the Rocky Mountains, have more diverse ecosystems than other ranges. These mountains are flooded with scenic byways and remote trails without the crowds of a national park. And not only is the area full of ranch history, but are dotted with approximately 13 mining camps. Some have survived as tourist destinations while others are now ghost towns. About 12 miles west of Ridgway, you'll turn left onto an access to Last Dollar Road, known as County Road 58P. From here, it's a dirt road, but cars are fine here, at least for now. Along this road, you'll see some ranches. The first ranch you'll come to is a 392-acre property. The backdrop of the Sniffles Range created a photogenic venue for campaign ads such as the Marlboro Man, Coors, and Anheuser-Busch. Just down the road, you'll pass the homestead of Cal Lewis. The property was the location of the Ross family ranch in True Grit starring John Wayne. As the views open up, you'll be able to see Hastings Mesa on your right. About 6 miles on CR 58P, you'll reach a fork where Last Dollar Road breaks left. Some people say this road is fine for cars, but I'd pay attention to the sign. This road is a mess when it's wet. The Hubs can attest to this. He can tell you all about slipping off the road and getting stuck in a propane truck. Not fun. We decided to pull over and decrease the air pressure of our rear end shocks, so we weren't so stiff. We left the tires alone. Keep an eye out for the old homestead cabin on Heath Ranch. I'd say this road is on the easy side of off-roading. It's about 25% graded gravel, 60% rutted and rocky, and 15% narrow trails, more typical of a Colorado off-road trail. We did put it in four-wheel drive because our wheels were slipping at one point, and you'll encounter some deep ruts along the way. Having said that, it's still a good beginner trail. Just make sure you have high clearance and a four-wheel drive vehicle. As you climb, you'll be driving through a mix of aspen groves and open areas. Keep an eye out for bikers who use this road. This young lady realized the hard way that this road isn't for cars. The Hubs, being a good man, pulled her out of the rut. Unfortunately, we had to go forward and she would have to back down the hill. Although the hubs offered to back it down for her, she thought she'd be fine, so we headed on our way, and the hub sent an off-roader heading her way to make sure she made it okay. The first part of the trail is a lot of aspen trees. Great if you're driving this in the fall. As you climb, the aspens turn to lodgepole pine. Here's where the views become crazy good, and the reason it's best to drive this from north to south. When you're through the worst part of the trail, there's a large opening for camping. The views here are really something. Now you're at 9,700 feet. The Telluride Airport is just below you. Can you see what I see? If you camp here, you'll get some noise, but it's really not that bad. Although Telluride's a popular place in both summer and winter, the airport is small due to difficulty of larger planes' ability to fly in. Only one airline flies commercially here. All other flights come in from Montrose, and passengers are transported by car or bus from there. We drove Last Dollar Road in the morning. This is the best time so as to avoid rains that may come in the afternoon. So as we come into Telluride, we'll drive into Mountain Village. It's the modern upscale companion to downtown Telluride. Mountain Village sits at over 9,500 feet. It was established in 1987 as a purpose-built resort community to complement Telluride. The two areas are connected by a scenic free gondola. It's the only public transportation system of its kind in the United States. It's very cool. We're going to take advantage of this by parking at the Mountain Village parking garage, which is free during the summer for day use, and riding the gondola into the historic district. Since Telluride is very walkable, we can avoid the busy summer traffic and trying to find a place to park. The ride will take you through a couple of stations and will require you to get off once to continue on. It's a good way to see Mountain Village, the terrain of the mountain, and a bird's eye view of Telluride. Telluride was originally a mining town in the late 1800s. Its boom was a result of mining silver and gold. The town declined in the mid-20th century. In the 70s, the town reinvented itself as a skiing town with counter-cultural types moving in. That's a nice way of saying the hippies moved in. The town eventually became what it is today, a high-end resort area with impressive skiing. The town only has 2,500 residents, but it grows significantly during summer and winter tourist seasons. This beautiful town is situated at the end of a box canyon with no through traffic. It's surrounded by 13,000 and 14,000 foot peaks, making it one of the most beautiful settings of any U.S. town. Some of Telluride's other claim to fame is it has the tallest free-falling waterfall in Colorado, just outside of town. It was also the site of the first successful long-distance transmission of alternating current electricity in 1891. And the famous outlaw Butch Cassidy robbed his first bank in Telluride in 1889. What a weird thing to be known for. We did a video on the Telluride area and camping close by if you want to learn more. You can grab a bite to eat at an affordable food cart at the end of the ride or choose to walk around the Victorian-era buildings before finding a restaurant. The locals eat at Corner House Grill. Now all we have to do is enjoy the ride home through the San Juan Skyway back to Ridgway. The San Juans are full of scenic roads and beautiful mountain towns. I'll leave links to our other videos in the description. Looks like we made a good decision to drive Last Dollar Road in the morning. It started to rain. Hey, thanks for coming along. We'd appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and share our video with others.
Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was just too tired.